Hey guys, it's Kenzie, and on this week's Groupies with a Band, I got to talk to the lovely members of the Colorado based band, The Highlines. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
What? What's your name?
I'm Kenzie.
Kenzie?
Kenzie.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Do you guys want to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I just need you guys to give me your name, age, where you guys are from, and then your position in the band.
Okay. I'm Thomas. I'm 20, and I am from Colorado, Inglewood. And I'm the singer and bassist.
Okay.
I'm Logan. I'm the lead guitarist, and I'm from Seattle, and I'm 21.
I'm Matt. I'm 27. I'm the rhythm guitarist, and I'm from Boston, basically.
Okay.
I'm Connor.
Connor doesn't want to be close to the camera.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm from Texas, Houston, Texas. I'm 21, and I'm the drummer.
Okay. Do you guys all go to school in Colorado?
So us three do, but Matt's old.
Yeah, I don't.
But he works in Boulder doing photo and video.
Okay, so that kind of leads me to my first question, which is, how did you guys all meet each other and kind of start the band?
Yeah, so Matt actually put an ad out on Facebook Marketplace, just kind of looking for people to play with. And I hit him up, and we started jamming together. And then I hunted these guys down on Instagram.
He low-key stalked Logan to get him to audition.
Yeah.
But before that, Thomas would go up to anyone on the street and be like, "We need another guitar player. Do you want to do it?"
Yeah. What made you guys want to pursue music?
You want me to take that one?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, to piggyback off the last question,
Yeah.
when we started the band, I hadn't played guitar for 4 or 5 years previously, just because I got kind of burnt out of it before that. And I had COVID and a broken rib at the same time.
Oh.
So neither of them were getting any better. So I was just really bored. And that's when I put the Facebook ad up. Because I thought hey, it'd be cool to be in a crappy band for a second time. And then, yeah, I just wanted to do it for fun to start. And now it's gotten more serious. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in bands for my whole life, so it was natural to find a band in college, and finding a good band was my goal. So yeah.
Yeah. So both of you guys have been in bands before, or at least one other band before this.
Yeah.
I think we've all been in bands previously. But at least for me, nothing of this level. I feel like we've kind of been given this one our all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely level.
So this one's your more successful kind of band that you see going long term.
For sure.
Yeah. And the future is a little uncertain just because we're all students, so we don't know where we're going after, but we're just, we're having fun with it now, and we'll see where it goes.
As students, what is kind of what's your major right now for the three of you who are in college?
I'm econ major. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing computer science.
I'm doing physics.
Okay, cool. Do you guys kind of see yourself pursuing music full time? Do you want to pursue music full time?
It kind of depends, honestly, right?
I see it as something that I would like to do, in addition to something else. Just because I feel like having music be full time might be a little stressful. I kind of like to keep it as more of a fun thing. And of course it's serious sometimes, but when it becomes where you're getting your paycheck from, I feel like it would be pretty stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I feel kind of similarly. I'm happy doing my job full time and then kind of doing this on the side because it's the escape from the job is to do this and have fun and grow it, which is super fun. And also none of us are putting too much pressure on each other to be hey, we got to get a record deal or get X amount of streams or have all this crazy stuff happen. We're just kind of seeing what happens. I think we have a good group personality, so it's nice to see how people respond to that. and yeah, not take it too seriously. It would be cool to like go on a little tour, I think is our kind of stretch goal. But, you know, past that, it's like we just kind of want to see what happens.
Yeah.
You're so well spoken.
Thanks. It's because I'm old.
Yeah.
You guys mentioned that you are all in school, and also you guys mentioned that you work as well. Is it kind of stressful trying to balance both music and work and school at the same time?
My God, it's awful.
I think that's like the biggest point of tension that we have. Like,
Mhm.
it's always just trying to balance the two, and one of them takes priority at one time, and the other is really lacking.
Mhm.
So school sometimes doesn't go so hot, but also sometimes we just like don't get to practice that often as a band. So
Yeah.
it's a given.
You
Yeah.
guys, you guys have music out right now, correct? You have a few singles
Mhm.
out. Yeah.
Mhm.
Can you please describe to me your music as if I have never listened to you before?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Should I explain like what we're gonna do? Like
I think
the direction now?
Yeah. Well, no. Let's explain what we've done
You
already,
can do
we won't.
both. You can kind of describe your music now and then where you want to go.
Okay.
I guess like I would say like where we have been with our singles on Spotify and whatnot is like guitar driven pop music.
Mhm.
Do you guys feel pretty?
That's what we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like that, like Getaway Driver is one of our singles, and that's definitely like an indie pop song. And then Fake, I feel like is kind of just like a straightforward pop song. And yeah, so super lighthearted. We try to make things super catchy, like have pretty solid hooks. And then you're actually catching us today. We're starting for real on recording our first EP, like right after this interview,
Okay.
which is exciting.
Yeah.
And I guess that would be like if you were listening to like the Backseat Lovers or Wallows or something, but like heavier, a little more like shoegaze influenced, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. That kind of wants me to like ask you guys, what's your inspiration for your music? It could be
Well,
artists
You
or
want to take some of that? Maybe we all just give one or two.
Yeah, I think for me, Smashing Pumpkins is a big influence.
Ooh, okay.
And that's kind of starting to work into our music a little bit.
Yeah.
You got anything thrown there?
I mean, I've played hard rock my whole life, so it's a lot of like, what is it, like Cleopatra and some like, I guess Backseat Lovers now too, because I've been listening more indie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I listen to a lot of like sad girl pop. So I think the weight of sad girl pop combined with like Smashing Pumpkins and hard rock lands somewhere in the middle with like heavy indie.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think I love like shoegaze music, so anything a little bit heavier. Like there's this band Gleamer from Colorado who's really good, and I've been like really loving them lately.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, stuff like that that's a little heavier and more ambient is cool. So
You guys have all very different genres of music that you guys put together somehow. I'm very impressed by that.
it's fun. I feel like when we sort of had a unified goal to be like, we want to be an indie pop band, which was working for a little while. But then the more we were writing music, we were like, this might become a little bit different as we get more into writing stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, it took a little while for us to kind of figure out how to blend all those together.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some of our early demos, I feel like, go from like having a Red Hot Chili Peppers sounding section to like, which I don't think anyone has heard except for really us and people that have come to live shows. But like, there's some songs which is like Red Hot Chili Peppers for a second, and then it like switches to some Smashing Pumpkins, and it like switches to the Backseat Lovers, and like now we're starting to get smoother about like putting everything together.
I mean, I feel like kind of as a band, when you first start, you're trying to figure out your sound together, especially if it's like a bunch of new people that you might have met off of Facebook Marketplace. You don't really know each other's like type of music. You kind of have to try to mix it together and figure out what your sound is all together instead of like separately. Yeah. Another question I have is, who would you most like to write music with?
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't think we've thought about that at all.
yeah.
It's gonna sound like a cop out for me, but I would honestly just say like these guys, because like I don't know, I've been writing music for a long time, and like I don't know if it's like a quality of songwriter thing, but like I feel like you have to be surrounded by the right type of songwriters. So yeah, for me, just like the energy that we have is really good. So like I've become a much better songwriter just by being near these guys. But if I had to pick one, it would be John Mayer, which is also a cop out.
I think also it's sometimes when writing too, it's easy to get too many cooks in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this is like the perfect number where we all have different music tastes, so we can put something into the pot, but we don't bash heads too much.
Yeah.
We have some creative disagreements, but they're all in good fun.
We usually just get in like a fist fight, and then after that, it's over.
And then we hug it out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you guys are comfortable with each other, so you'd rather just write with each other than anyone else.
Yeah.
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 We yeah. I was gonna say something, but then I forgot.
We all like went out to a party last night, so we're all a little bit very tired.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I actually went and did another interview last night, and I was out till like 2, so I understand.
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
Who would you guys want to open with? I feel like this is a kind of easier question, not like write music with, but kind of like perform with, if you could.
Yeah, we've been one of our big goals is to try to open for some bigger bands,
Mhm.
just like touring bands.
Yeah.
So I've been just kind of stalking bigger bands on. I feel like the theme of this is that I stalk people on social media. I promise that's
And
not.
sometimes in real life.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe,
Sometimes.
but I've been stalking some bigger bands on social media and just checking their tour dates,
Mm-hmm.
messaging people to see if they need some supporting acts. So we're hoping to get something, but yeah, we would be really happy playing for anyone.
Yeah,
For
I'd love to
anyone.
open for Backstreet Lovers.
Yeah, Backseat Lovers would be crazy.
Yeah, opening for them would be insane.
The issue is we play a lot. We play maybe like half cover songs,
Okay.
and we play a lot of like all the bands that we like. We play their songs,
Yeah.
so we would not cover them
Yeah.
if we're opening.
I feel like if we got to that point, we could have enough original music.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely enough.
Are you guys thinking of ever like releasing your covers onto like Spotify?
I don't think so. We might release some YouTube videos of like live sessions.
Yeah.
And those could include covers, but I don't think we're planning on releasing covers on Spotify.
Yeah, because
It's a tough balance. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I've seen like some TikToks of your guys's of like you guys performing at some of your shows, and I feel like if you had like a full video of some of your songs, like even on just like YouTube, I feel like a lot of people would enjoy that.
Yeah, we've definitely had some like people commenting that they would like that. So
Yeah.
we're gonna probably eventually take some time, and we might do like acoustic covers or just a live session. But
Yeah.
it'd be a fun thing to put out.
It's a tough balance. Like we kind of struggle with this internally a little bit with TikTok. Like we really blew up for the first time because of covers. And it's a tough balance to strike where like I want people to know that like we're a pretty talented originals band, and we just happen to like get a lot of visibility because of the covers. But like obviously we still love posting covers because just we love playing music. So like I think the goal is to kind of like get covers to drive people to our like social medias, and then have some sort of audience that will be already there when we release original music, so they can be like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, they also like write music that I want to listen to.
Yeah, it's not just like covers, it's also you guys make good music yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have gotten like a little bit of attention from the internet, like from your performances and also from like people seeing you online. How does it kind of feel to have people somewhat know who you are?
We talk about it a good amount. It's
Mhm.
really strange sometimes. Like even just walking around campus, I'll see someone that like
Mhm.
I know from middle school, and they're like, "Oh, how are you doing? Like you're in that band, right?" I'm like, "What? What is going on here?"
Yeah.
But people in classes would not realize that I was in a band, and then I'd be like, "Oh yeah, my band's playing," and they're like, "Oh, that's your band? I just saw y'all on TikTok." It's like it's just a very strange thing to occur.
People
Yeah.
are always asking if Logan is single, which is fun
Yeah.
to all navigate.
I mean, I kind of feel like that's as like a band of 4 dudes. I feel like you guys are gonna get a lot of attention from women, and I feel like that might be kind of the majority of like the attention you guys might be getting? Do
It's
you?
it's the boy band appeal.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun because the like social media insights will give you like the breakdown of your audience,
Yeah.
which is kind of fun to look at.
hmm
But actually, I think more guys listen to our music. It's about 50-50, but I think it's a little more weighted to guys.
It seems like more guys will listen to you guys like over the internet, but more women will kind of give the attention in person. It seems like.
Or like over TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TikTok comments.
The TikTok comments are.
Well, it's all for Logan.
And you, man, don't cut
It's-
yourself short.
It's really funny because I feel like the age demographic difference between me and these guys is like really apparent in how their friends are all like, "Oh, shoot, y'all are in this crazy cool band," and all my friends are like, "You're in a band?" Like question mark? Like you're still doing that? And I'm like, "Yeah, you should come out to a show." And they're like, "Bro, it's pretty late at night. Like I gotta go to work the next morning." But then like people will see like that we're actually a legit band. Like one of my friends came out to our show at the Fox Theater last week, and they were like, "Oh, I had no idea that y'all were like a band." And I was like, "I mean, that's what I've been saying." But
They kind of think it's just like for fun. They're like, oh, you're having like a quarter life crisis. You're just doing something
yeah,
fun. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
And then they saw it, and you're like, oh, you guys are actually like pretty good.
Oh yeah, like this is a real thing.
Yeah. Logan, I haven't really heard much from you about the attention you've been getting online.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but you know, it's fun to see.
hmm
But I have to keep my mom off the TikTok comments sometimes.
I think people think like that he's gonna be really talkative, but we're all pretty awkward. We're just a really awkward group.
You know what? I feel like awkward people are sometimes the sweetest people, and you guys seem pretty nice, so. Yeah.
I hope so.
We're trying our best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we played with some bands where we're like, wow, those guys are really confident. And then we look at ourselves and we're like, oh, we're pretty quiet.
We've talked for a while about like this is our first interview.
Oh,
And-
cool. Okay.
We've like talked about this for a while. We're like, if we have an interview, it's gonna be so horrible because we're so weird.
Just like, yeah, really
I think
quiet
we're
and
crushing.
awkward, I guess.
I think we're doing really well.
You guys are
No one's
doing
become a
really
pinch
well.
yet.
That would keep me and you separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Logan are like born of the same cells, so we have to have like a mediator between the two of us, or else we just like lose it a little bit.
Go crazy.
You guys are actually one of my like more highly requested people to like interview. I've
Oh,
had
no way.
No way.
Yeah, how did you like hear about us?
I've seen you guys in Colorado before.
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
That's where do you live?
So half my family is from Boston, and then half my family is from Colorado. So
Okay.
I go to school in Michigan, but sometimes I'll go visit family in Colorado and some of my friends who go to CSU and CU. So I've seen you guys before. I've followed you on social media, and I've shown you guys to a few of my friends, and a lot of people wanted me to
Nice.
talk to you guys.
thanks.
What show did you come to?
Oh God, it was like a show. I think last October.
What did we
Is it outside?
Yeah, it was outside.
Oh,
That must have been. That was our first show ever.
Are you? Wait, are you serious?
No, it couldn't have been because that was in like February. I think like a year and a half ago.
What, the outside show?
Maybe
No,
No, that was October.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our first show.
Damn.
Oh wow.
We've come a long way since then. I promise.
Okay, from what I've seen, you guys have come a long way, but you were still very good when I saw you.
Thank
Well,
you. It was
Yeah.
freezing that day. I was so cold.
I mean, Colorado in general is just like it's freezing.
Yeah.
So nice sometimes.
Except for today. It's like
Yeah,
100 degrees outside. I'm pretty sure things are going to catch on fire today, which isn't very fun, but
No.
we'll see what happens.
Wait, why are they gonna catch on fire?
That just happens out here. It's, you know, it's just,
Hazard right now.
Every other week, if it gets hot, there's a fire.
Oh,
It's weird.
oh my God.
Well, I don't have to tell you. You are like half from Colorado.
Yeah. I mean,
You're all over the place.
yeah, I'm all over the place at this point right now. Speaking of your house parties, how did you guys like get into doing that?
Friends, right?
Yeah, you kind of run into people talking about wanting to have a house show, and eventually now that we're a little bigger, you have people messaging us asking for us to play. So
The main one that we get is people love to ask us to like play at their frat in some random state.
Yeah, like we got a Louisiana request the other day, I think, and I think people think that we can just like spend money to like go on a like house party tour, but we can't do that as much as we want to.
Honestly, you guys should just like maybe promote something. Be like, if you want us to come to your school, like pay for us to come.
That'd be okay, kind of sick. Someone commented a while ago where they were like, "Hey, we're gonna throw a party in Canada," and I like jokingly responded, "That'll be $10." And then they messaged us and they were like, "No, for real. Like, do you want to come to Canada?" And we were like, "Well, mostly me, because I was reading this conversation. I was like, that sounds so sick, but we have school and jobs."
Yeah, and Canada's kind of a haul for you guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool if you guys were able to, at some point before everyone graduates, go on like a little either house party tour or maybe even like a Midwest West tour.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking of like right after we graduate doing like a Four Corners tour or whatever,
Yeah.
just get the Four Corners states. Because that would be like not a crazy amount of driving, but still fun to play, like Utah. That would be sick.
Salt Lake would be sick.
Salt Lake, Kilby Court would be really cool.
That'd be really cool.
I feel like that would be pretty interesting. It'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be like interesting. I think our like big hurdle for now is like getting this first album done, because it's going to be, I think we all feel pretty strongly that it's a pretty unique album that we're about to work on.
Yeah.
And so it'll be cool to see what opportunities open after that, because we're really going to push it for the first time. Like we haven't really pushed our original music too much, but this one is going to be like full speed ahead. So I think like logically, if we're going to take the next step into doing any sort of touring, it would be after we finish recording this. Would you all agree?
Yeah. Maybe a couple more originals.
Yeah.
Not recorded, but
Have a little more original music. It's tough to justify traveling when we still have like a lot of covers and not that much music that people know.
Yeah. Are you guys working on an EP or an album?
like a mix of both, right?
We have like maybe 5 songs right now that we have for sure done.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna record those, and then if we have more ideas that we want to put on, maybe it turns into an album. But I think EP for now.
Yeah, so it's more of just an EP, and then if you can think of more stuff to write, it's gonna be an album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that is different is like we're trying to think, because we've only released singles so far,
Mhm.
so we're trying to have the EP be pretty cohesive and like similar sounds.
Yeah.
So it might just be that we release it as an EP, and then the other stuff that we write we can release later.
Yeah, and just kind of make like an album with the other stuff that you've written.
Yeah, just in case it doesn't fit in with the rest of the sound.
Yeah, the CP so far is like a pretty, I wouldn't say a super hard left turn from what we've already released, but it's definitely different.
Yeah.
Which is cool because like it will be contained in one release, which is awesome.
Do you think that like the house parties have kind of like influenced your writing a bit?
I think not really. I think for the most part our writing is changing just because we're doing all our writing as a full band now. I think for our previous songs, a lot of the writing was just like someone would come up with an idea, and then it would be like mostly worked out, but we would finish things up as a band.
Yeah.
But now we just sit down, someone comes up with an idea, and we work it out as a band. So we're getting everyone's styles instead of just one person's style at a time.
Yeah. What is kind of like some of your inspiration to your songs, if you guys have any?
Like the lyrics or the instrumental?
Kind
Or
of
both?
both.
I guess I would like jump in real quick and just say like when we started writing music, it was definitely like influence driven, where we'd be like, hey, this like because we were playing more house parties, where like we kind of knew the type of demographic like music that people would like, which is like indie pop and like Declan McKenna, like stuff like that. Where we'd be like, hey, we're gonna write music, and I feel like it kind of sounded like that genre because we were really drawing from influences pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And now I feel like as we've gotten more confident with our songwriting and this new stuff, it's a little less influence driven because we're sort of like just figuring out the sounds as we go. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have said if I was like smart.
You are smart, buddy.
Yeah, honestly, we like earlier stuff we sat down and we're like, let's try to make a song that sounds kind of like this. But now we just kind of sit down and mess around and see what comes out.
Just kind of like see what mixes together, and you're like, that sounds good. Let's write lyrics for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who does the I know you guys all do like the writing together, but who would you say does the majority of it?
I think. Are you pointing at
I'm pointing at you. I think like.
I think
it depends, really.
What usually happens is one of these guys comes up with like a guitar riff, and then we all just sort of jump in, fills the song out, and then we have some debates about how it should be arranged or what chord goes where, and then we have a song.
Yeah, like also very part driven. Like like you don't really tell me how to play the drums and that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah,
play the
it's nice because someone will come up with a riff and then everyone just kind of like fills in their spot.
Yeah.
And that's the best part because it just all comes together pretty easily. Nobody's stepping on each other's toes.
Yeah.
It's just like Connor plays the drums and it just works the first time and we're like, okay, cool. Thanks, Connor.
Yeah. I think it's nice. Like, I've been in a lot of bands before where I feel like there's a lot of ego involved where like people are like, I have this part that's really good and I'm not going to change it because it's really good. And then like in this band, we're sort of all just like, not like I'm never trying to step on Logan's toes with guitar parts. He doesn't step on my toes. And it's nice because like with the kind of like front of stage instruments like guitar and bass, we all sort of are like, if someone has a cool spot, we're going to kind of let that spot shine.
Yeah.
And like we're pretty happy to like play really easy stuff if it fits the song, which is hard to find in younger bands. I feel like people under 35-ish, not to stereotype, like really love showing off, but like we're not a very showy band for the most part, which makes writing a lot easier.
Like we also trust each other a lot. So just like you're going to be on your part and we trust the musicality of everyone in the group. So yeah.
I do like how you guys incorporate each other because there are a lot of bands where there's like the two front people or like the one front person who does like all the talking. They kind of just don't mention their bandmates at all. They take the credit for everything. They kind of have like a really big ego. They think that their band is like the best band in the world, but it's like really bad. And and I feel like you guys kind of do a really good job of making sure everyone has their like spot in the band and it's not just one person's band, it's everyone's band together. And like you said,
Except for Connor.
Yeah, except for Connor. Connor.
He's okay.
But even like though he doesn't want to put his face like close to the camera, you guys are still mentioning him and you're still like incorporating him like into the conversation, which is nice.
He's just a little guy back there.
Man. Also the only chair that I have, so.
I think a big part of that too is I wasn't supposed to be the singer for this band.
Oh.
I just played the bass, and bass is like a very background instrument, and I was so cool with that. But then I was just like singing a little bit to fill space when it was just Matt and I, and he's like, "Oh, bro, you gotta sing." And then
yeah, he really didn't want to do it at first. So I was like, bro, the voice is perfect for our genre of music.
But I was still really bad. And then I practiced a little bit, and I'm less bad.
Great,
but it's nice because we just played with a band who had like a very aggressive, like screamy front man, and that's a cool vibe for some people, but it doesn't really work for us. So it's like everyone gets their spot to shine, which is cool.
I think you guys flow very nicely. It's like everyone working together, and I do think your voice is very nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think, but yeah, mostly like it's pretty. our songs are pretty guitar driven. Like I wouldn't say that the lyrics or the singing is like super upfront in a lot of our stuff.
Yeah. Okay. The like Zoom thing has like 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna ask you guys like one more.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to pay like almost $200 for like
What?
unlimited
That's
time.
whack.
So, I mean, I have like a bunch of questions left if you guys want to like get off and get back on, or if you want to
Yeah,
just do like one more
we will.
question.
Whatever.
Yeah, I would say we're really looking forward to getting recording today. So maybe is it okay if we just do the one more?
Yeah, we can.
What
do
if
one
we
more
do
thing.
like rapid fire 10 minutes?
Oh God. Okay.
Wait, we have to go. First question is
Yeah.
Logan,
Oh, man.
second Connor, and then just
Yeah, rotate them around.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how many there are, but we can probably make it work.
There's-
Yeah, we can do it.
There's like 4.
Oh, okay, well that's perfect. We
One-
can each take one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your music career?
It's me. Well, I'd probably honestly be focusing on school. I like what I'm studying, but you know, I'd rather be doing music at the moment. So
Yeah, that's understandable.
I think I would just be sad.
Yeah, I think I'd just be pretty depressed, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Hockey gym all the time. Just
Yeah, Connor's a boxer, so he'd probably be like beating people up or getting beaten up
Yeah, that's probably.
consensually. Just beating people up.
Not just going around like throwing punches at people.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do that.
Okay. What are some of your pre-show rituals, either as a band or individual?
Be stupid.
I'd be stupid. Yeah. I shadowbox just to get my like blood going, and I do a bunch of like what is it, like a rudiment drill, so my hands are like warm before we go on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just me. I need to get fired up, so I do exercise to get pumped.
the rest of us just get a little delirious. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
We know it's gonna be a good show when we're just acting stupid before a show.
Yeah, if there's
Yeah.
like one brain cell to go around, it's gonna be good. Which is why we're excited to record today, because we were like really stupid before the.
Are you
by
guys
this
like
interview.
you're like hyped up on adrenaline right now and you're just ready to go?
Ready to rumble?
Yeah. If you had to switch positions with one band member, who would it be and why?
I would switch to. I wouldn't switch. I like my spot.
As long as you have to switch.
Yeah, you have to
I
switch.
would switch with you because rhythm guitar is easy.
Yeah.
Not kidding. I couldn't play lead guitar and I couldn't play drums. So
Okay.
Saved it at the end. You pulled it around.
yeah.
And then the last question is, what is the most useless talent you have?
I got this question.
yeah.
Let me think about that. What's the most useless talent that I have?
Mhm.
I'm really good at painting model cars, which is pretty useless.
Oh.
So that's like my closeted hobby that I don't really tell anyone about, except for this interview, is build RC cars. So now everyone knows that.
Yeah,
And
it's,
I'm good at painting them.
I have it on tape now, and now I can spread the word that you do it.
Now I'm gonna get roasted.
Never getting a date ever again.
Ever
Hey.
again.
Single friend.
You could do that on the side. You could do music and then sell your cars on the side. Make some extra
That's true. I
cash.
can do
Yeah.
that.
This might be
Yeah,
helping
fun.
you out.
I would really love to get us like a really terrible band van. Like sometimes we send each other Facebook Marketplace links for like $900 Chevy vans.
Yeah.
And I would love to get one and paint it because I'd be able to paint it really well. At which point that skill wouldn't be useless anymore.
That's true.
We used to
If-
buy the vans that at the camp I used to work at because they're like shitty, like
Yeah.
20-year-old vans. Like
That's what I want.
And we can
That's what I
put
want.
in on them.
Yep.
If you guys ever get a van, you guys need to do van lives. Like every time you're in that van, just go live.
That would be just unhinged.
No, exactly.
You know,
With your
we
energy-
use all those games.
With your
I'll
energy
build
right now, it'd be
on
amazing.
top of it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun though.
Yeah.
God. I think you guys in general just need to go live. I feel like that'd be interesting to kind of like see the
That would be
comments you
fun. I
get.
could do it again.
We
Yeah.
tried it one time, like when we were first starting out.
Yeah, we did try it once, but the phone kept falling over, and then we were like making all sorts of mistakes. And I'm pretty sure the only people that were in it was like Logan's grandma or Connor's grandma or something like that.
I think you guys have more of a following now, so I feel like more people would go on
Yeah, that's-
there.
True, we could do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'd be down to do that a bit today, even.
Yeah, be like, hey, we're
We'll
recording.
try it out,
Yeah.
but
Maybe tune into a recording behind the scenes live later.
Okay, yeah. I will definitely be doing that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's all the questions I have for you guys today.
Thanks.
It was really nice talking to you guys, and I appreciate you doing this interview with me.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
It was nice talking to you too.
Of course. I hope that your recording goes well, and
Thanks.
I'm excited to see the EP come out. I can't wait for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Yeah, we're
course.
looking forward to getting new music out, but everything takes a while.
I would rather you guys take like a year to come out with music and it actually be good than you take like a week and it sounds like shit. So
We're gonna do a Kilby Girl cover for 7 hours. Keep an eye out for that. That's
oh,
gonna be
I'm
the next
so
release.
excited for that. I would love that.
7-hour loop.
Do the breakdown, like we do the normal song, and the breakdown is like 6 hours long.
Yeah, that'd be so sick.
Okay, well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.